Radical accountability and responsibility, looking into the mirror and noticing that the only person who's to blame for all of our circumstances is ourselves. Taking that responsibility off of everything else and putting it onto ourselves is the first step to changing our environment, our life, and the success that we have. I don't consider at all my success and the things that I'm doing as being even mediocre. I believe that my success is less than mediocre, is pathetic compared to other people's success. But compared to the success that I used to have, I was just watching a video of mine from about 7 months ago when I was down to my last 80 bucks. And in 7 months, I've turned my life around. I've started working on my business yet again. I've started saving the most amount of money that I've ever had in my whole entire life. I've been the most productive. I've built new habits, new skills, and I've been the most consistent I've been in my whole entire life. And back then, I was just doubting that it will last. I was doubting myself because I was thinking, this is just going to be the same as we usually do. I'm not going to be able to stay consistent. It's going to be a thing that I do for a month or two. That's a beautiful word, if I could pronounce it. A month or two. And the point is that it is day 330 of this new self. I don't even consider it anymore. It doesn't take any more effort. And I don't even remember the effort that it took. I don't even remember. I have to go back and look at my own experiences to remind myself where I was when I started just 330 days ago. I have to remember myself 7 months ago being broke, hungover, and just pathetic. To put myself back up again now when I feel a little bit of pushback from myself, when I try to do new things. I have to remind myself of those things because I understand how much that really helps. Looking in the mirror and understanding that I am the sole cause of my own problems. And by doing that and understanding that it is not the judgment, but just the realization. You don't have to beat yourself with a stick over the back in order to change that. All you have to do is show up and repeat the things that you want to happen more in your life. Do you want to film yourself? Do you want to start a YouTube channel? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to start anything? Do you want to just clean your house every single week? All those things are in your control. Do the things that are in your control, and you will understand where that control stops and what in your psychology and your feelings will stop you from doing the things. Try to make it as simple as possible for you to succeed. I just hate it when people make a 50-page plan for their life or their businesses or whatever else. I like to call those failure plans because they fail at making even the first page into something real. Make it so goddamn easy for you to succeed. Don't try to go for the immediate results. If you can, you should. But instead, go for the immediate habits that will get you there. Because if you instill the routines, what's the habit that I'm trying to form here? It's obvious. I'm trying to talk in front of the camera. I'm also trying to hold myself accountable. I'm also trying to hold my emotions to the forefront of the discussion, to get in touch with my emotional side. And I've succeeded in all of those at so many levels that it's actually unbelievable. And yet, I don't consider that any more successful than I was 7 months ago when I was broke. That's the point. Because it doesn't matter anymore. If you instill so much momentum, so many repetitions, hundreds, thousands of repetitions, if you instill that into your routine, everything else becomes irrelevant. You will gain everything that you need. You will gain motivation, inspiration, money, success, self-awareness, emotional control, willpower, everything. And you will realize how pointless they all are put against this only one thing, which is repetitions. We have such a little understanding of the world that we live in. We don't even understand that concepts such as past and future are really concepts, just abstract ideas. We don't really know that the past is something. It is just a continuation of the present moment, this slice of time that we have. But you see, there are things that overcome us, that can have so much more control in our lives than we ourselves. Our circumstances, the stories that we tell about ourselves, the habits that we've built, the proof, the undeniable proof that we have. And most of us don't understand those things. We don't understand that it's also our biggest gift. Because if we understand that the concept of the past, it is just that. It is a concept. And we tend to enact the past just because that's what we know. We know no different ways of doing things. So, of course, we're going to do what's familiar, what's the pattern. It's easier. I don't have to think. I don't have to build a new structure with the inevitable collapse of it when I discover something new. We tend to cling to our own ideas, even if we have proof of the opposite. And the point is that it doesn't matter because we have so little control over anything. Our lives seem, for the most part, to be predestined by the habits and the things that we've already done in the past and the circumstances that we've built for ourselves. That's why I'm saying, make it easy for yourself to succeed by being radically honest with yourself and your circumstances, so you know that you need to change them and how to change them. It's so much easier to open up your eyes to new possibilities and opportunities once you start to build a few good habits and you understand that if you can change small things in your life, you can also have the courage to change big things in your life. And maybe one day you might be happy. And maybe one day you might be feeling as if your existence is worth it and meaningful and splendid and happy and joyful and, of course, full of laughter. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.